Hi everyone, my name is Anuj Jindal and today we are going to cover PIB as well as business newspaper for 13 to 16 February 2018. If you like my lecture, you can enroll in my 20 days free RBI Grade B video course. The course will cover important areas of finance and management in a very well organized manner, and it will give you a very good idea as to how do I cover the entire syllabus. There's also a 20% flat discount running on paid courses at present, and you can utilize that discount while enrolling in the courses. Let us start with a discussion on PIB and business newspaper for 13 to 15 February 2018. A new scheme, Venture Capital Fund for OBCs on similar lines as Venture Capital Fund for SCs, will be launched with an initial corpus of 200 crores. So, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has decided to launch a new scheme, and it is for benefits of OBCs, and the scheme will provide them funds in the form of venture capital funds. The initial corpus is 200 crores, so this is important. And the scheme is to be launched by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This is also important. The reason that Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry is involved in this is because OBCs are a part of minorities in our country, and their upliftment is a responsibility of this ministry. India signs second loan agreement with New Development Bank for US dollars 100 million for Rajasthan water sector restructuring project for desert areas. This project involves a multi-tranche financing facility of US dollars 3.345 million dollars. Now what is important here is the name of the program, the country or the organization with which we have entered into a loan agreement, and the amount of money that is involved in this particular program. So US dollars 345 million, Rajasthan water sector restructuring project for desert areas, and New Development Bank. All these three are important. World Sustainable Development Summit 2018 is to be organized by TERI or the Energy and Resources Institute, and the theme of this summit is Partnerships for a Resilient Planet. So, what is important here is only this part, that is, what is the theme of the World Sustainable Development Summit, which is to be organized by TERI. Another important news, India is already, in fact, this is not a news, this is a fact which is important, which was presented in PIB today. India is already become the third largest consumer of energy in the world. It is also the third largest importer of oil and fourth largest importer of gas. So all these three facts are very, very important. They can specifically be asked in phase 1 and can also be asked in ESI section in phase 2 of RBI examination, and can also be put up in NABARD examination as well. Now some information related to Green Skill Development Program. Now what is happening nowadays is the change in the way ministries are working, and a very specific but very important change that has come about is that all the ministries have also become responsible in providing skills to the people in order to ensure that there is enough skilling of people, of youth in our country, and enough jobs 5 years or 10 years down the line. Keeping that in mind, the Ministry of Environment and Forest also comes out with a skill development program, and it is called as Green Skill Development Program. The target for the next 3 years are by 2018-2019, 80,000 people or youth are to be trained. By 2019-20, 1,60,000 and then 3,20,000. So the total target for these 3 years is a combined development or combined skill development of 5,60,000 youth in our country. Similarly, other ministries like Railway Ministry or Human Resource Development Ministry or Women Ministry, all these ministries are also coming out with their specific skill development programs. Next is related to Ministry of Environment and Ministry of Afforestation. The plan for afforestation envisages planting 1000 crore saplings over a period of 10 years from 2021 to 2030. So this is the plan of afforestation in our country. These facts are important to remember, the facts that I am highlighting here. The plantation will be carried out in different parts of the country under programs like CAMPA. Now, the full form of CAMPA is very important here. Green India Mission, National Afforestation Program, as well as plantation along highways and railway tracks. So, all these programs will come together and ensure or try to plant 1000 crore saplings over a period of next 10 years. CAMPA stands for Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority. So this acronym is very, very important. These acronyms and such other acronyms have also been asked in the examinations before, all these government examinations, and therefore they hold great importance. World Radio Day is to be celebrated on 13th February, very important date. What is LPG Panchayat? LPG Panchayat is to be organized by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, number one. The aim or the primary purpose of the Panchayat is to provide a platform for LPG consumers to interact with each other, promote mutual learning, and share experiences. Each LPG Panchayat is going to have about 100 LPG customers coming together near their living areas to discuss safe and sustainable usage of LPG, its benefits, and the link between clean fuel for cooking and women's empowerment. Now, it might sound or it might feel very amateur to you that such panchayats are also going to be organized by the government, but they hold great importance when we talk about rural India. And the reason for that is LPG is something new for them, and therefore it's important that people come together, discuss and talk about it. Therefore, so that the awareness levels as well as the acceptability levels of LPG increases in the rural areas in India. Whenever something new or something innovative comes around, then it becomes important that people start talking about it. And keeping that in mind, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has come out with this panchayat specifically for rural and semi-urban areas. Next is India State of Forest Report ISFR 2017. So it has come out with certain facts recently, and therefore it's important that we remember those facts. Number one, India ranks among the top 10 countries of the world in terms of forest area, despite the fact that none of the other 9 countries has a population density of more than 150 persons square per square kilometer. So India ranks number 1, the important fact to remember, among top 10 countries of the world in terms of forest area. And the population density of India is at 382 persons per square kilometer. Third important fact, 24.4% of land area is under forest and tree cover in India, even though it accounts for only 2.4% of world surface area and 17% of human and 18% of livestock population. So all these facts which I am highlighting are very, very important. They can be asked in phase 1 as well as in ESI section of NABARD as well as RBI examination. Madhya Pradesh has the largest forest cover of 77,000 square kilometer in the country in terms of area, followed by Arunachal Pradesh. So both these names and their total coverage is important. In terms of percentage, we have Lakshadweep at top, followed by Mizoram. So the state which has the highest forest cover in percentage terms is Mizoram, whereas UTs and states combined, it is Lakshadweep. So this can be a confusing question which can be asked in the examination. If it is mentioned as which is the state which has the highest forest cover in percentage terms, then the answer is Mizoram. Or if it is asked as to between states and UTs, then the answer is Lakshadweep. PNB has unearthed another fraud by jeweler Nirav Modi for 11,400 crore, and we are still counting how many more frauds he has done and run away with the money. About 22% of business correspondents in India responsible for providing banking services in unbanked areas have faced a fraud in 2017. So this number has increased from only 2% 2 years ago to 22%, which is a very big increase, and therefore this fact becomes very important. We'll be talking about the fraud of Nirav Modi very briefly in the future slides, and we'll also understand a very important term related to this fraud, which is called as round tripping. Number 3, Nilima Sirsagar Committee. Now, the name and the purpose of the committee is very important to remember. The panel will review the safety, efficacy, and therapeutic justification of 344 fixed dose combination drugs which were banned in the year 2015 before recommending any action. So, according to another committee, these fixed dose combination drugs were banned in the year 2015 in India, and the panel, this new committee, is going to review the safety and the justification of that ban, which was enforced in the year 2015. If you liked my lecture, please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below. You can also join my Telegram group as well as Telegram channel for regular discussions and regular updates. We'll be talking about the round tripping of Nirav Modi fraud, and we will also be talking about the new NPA changes or frameworks that RBI has come out with in the next video, which is going to be released today itself.